it's like you have a car, right? You know how to drive your car, but you do not know when the car behaves in a certain way. So what you do, your you call the mechanic, and then he comes and tells you exactly why the car is behaving that way. So this is exactly what this tool from Google uh, will tell you. It is representing your mechanic that you would call to tell you what's going on with your car. So your car is your website. So that is why you need someone. Normally, you would have someone in your marketing team, because your marketing team could be one person. He must know about websites and social media, and he must know also about the webmaster tools, because nowadays you cannot have a marketing physically, especially during this time of, let's say, pandemic. So everything is going online. It's going on online. So you need to have someone that knows the tools to have your business moving forward. Okay, so basically this is it. If you want to go to the platform, what you do, you just go to the search. You write Google Analytics. Once you write that, you come to this page. Basically, I just click on that one, and you're here. If you are using if you're already logged in with your Google account, you will automatically have the invitation to subscribe or to create an account. But if you do not have uh, a Google account, well, you just have to create one. Well, let's say here I want to create a new account for my Google Analytics. It will start asking me questions. It'll ask me what would be let me see here. I already have a Google account configured. That's why it's asking me from start to say the name of the account. You see, basically what I would have to do is write the name of the account. Uh, let's say I have a business, but just put the business name, for example, or the company name. Let's say I want to call my company um, X-Ray. Yeah. If my company is called X-Ray, then I call the account, because the account basically will hold everything that has to do from a web perspective with X-Ray as my business or my company name. So normally you'd leave these by default. Those are actually some specific configurations, and especially it tells you it's recommended. So if it's recommended, then I choose it because Google is telling me it's recommended. So it's because he thinks that it's good for me. So I put next. Here's a trick. If you have a website, because remember, this tool basically analyzes, helps you understand the behavior of the users that you have online. So your users could be your web users, or the one that use your internet, your website users. You could have an application, Android or iOS, or you could have, uh, well, uh, could have both at the same time. So typically, I would recommend, if you have a website, you want to analyze your website traffic, it's better to choose the first one, and it's by default though. So you just say next. The next one it asks you is to write your um the name of the website. For example, X-Ray. We put the account name X-Ray. X-Ray um could have let's say I would say official website, for example, X-ray official website, X-ray official website. Yeah, so I put the name of it, X-ray official website, right? And then what I put here, I could put also X-ray, no problem. But I put X-ray official website. Going back to the name of the account, it could have been another name. All right. For example, it could be remember, if you have a business, if you have a company, you might have the name that is registered legally, and you might have let's say the fantasy name, or let's say the name that everyone knows. Sometimes it's not the same. There's a name that you register legally, and there's a name that is the brand, actually, what you convey to your public. So it could be different. So that's the idea. So here, remember, always make sure nowadays you have HTTPS, which is the protocol, the secure protocol for internet traffic. So I would recommend that you always check its HTTPS and then put www. It gives you an example, anyways. Your website. Let's say xray.com. Yeah. So basically, the website is HTTPS and the secure protocol, xray.com, and it will ask you from some other. Make sure that you choose all of these, because basically Google asks you for this information for some reason. Let's say health, operating in the health category. It seems I don't have any health here. Let me see what. Always choose what fits you better, right? Let's see. Ciencia. Well, could put ciencia. Well, physics is basically related to some kind of scientific field. All right, so you make sure that you have your zone, your time zone, the correct time zone. Well, if you're in the States, you choose in the States. If you're another country, choose another country, the correct country, so that the timestamp that you're seeing on your analytics matches the time of where you live. Okay. Then you put create. So once you create, you will have something like this. All right, so you're seeing another name here, but it's okay. I just wanted you to see the process of creating your account. So once you finish creating your account, you will be given this code here. All right, for this one in particular, I want you to see this one. This would be the account name in this section here. And here you would have the tracking info. That's the magic that you want to have with you. Okay. This is the tracking ID that most of the applications or extensions or plugins, if you're using WordPress, there is a plugin. You could go to the plugin search and write Google Analytics, yeah, and then you will find a plugin that takes care of it. What I mostly recommend is use Google Tag Manager. Maybe in some other video, I hope I'll have the chance to talk about the Google Analytics, because the Google, no, I mean the Google Tag Manager, because Google Tag Manager, it makes it easy to manage everything that has to do with scripting or codes, things like that, to track whatever on your website without you having to rely or depend always on a webmaster. That's a very, very important achievement by the Google team, to make sure that all those codes that you want to track something on your website, they are all contained by not contained in a negative way, but it's like wrap them up in one single place called Google Tag Manager. Okay, we're not talking about Google Tag Manager today, so we're talking about Google Analytics. So once you have your tracking ID, most of the applications that deal with tracking what's going on a website, they would ask you for this ID, so they can send you data for this application Google Analytics to track the data and then present the data to you so you can analyze them. So always make sure that you know this ID. By the way, it tells you if you have a website where you need to put this code. If you have a website or you someone built your website, or if you need help, you could just drop me an email here, and that our contact page also you could use it, or just comment on the video asking for help. My company can help you with that also. So you go to your head section of your HTML tag on your website, or you ask for your, as I said, you ask for your mechanic, in this case, the person that is in charge of taking care of your website, and then he would know exactly where to insert this code. As I said before, in my case, I do not use Google Analytics directly. I use Google Tag Manager to help me deal with such tag insertion in my website code. Okay. So once this is done, you will have the possibility to see this very important dashboard. I call it a dashboard. Yeah. Here it is. If everything is properly, this is a week data, as you can see here, the last 7 days. Yeah. This is a week data. You see, the most important data, basic data that you need to see if your website is doing well or not. The users, number of users you're receiving, sessions, and the bounce rate, and the session duration. Very, very important data that you need to know how they are doing. If they're doing well, for example, if you see everything is green here, which means compared to last week, this week is better. So looking at this dashboard, you can know if something was wrong on your website. It's basically telling you if your website traffic is doing better or worse. You see in this graph here, I could see per traffic channel, it tells you what are the direct channel. Direct channel means like the person knows your address and goes exactly there. And they also take it into account if you're, for example, you put a link in your link in something and someone press on it. Well, sometimes it may be counted as referral, but sometimes it depends. But direct means it's not organic, it's not referral or other. Other might maybe fall into a WhatsApp share or something like that. But there are some other applications that track if it's coming from a social source or not. Okay, so basically this tells you where this is coming from. Traffic channel, you see, if it's direct, if it's organic. Organic normally would be from search engines, and referral would be another external website that would just give you a backlink to gives you a backlink, and then automatically you have your, if they link back to you, you would see it in the referral. For example, in this one, we do not have referral. We have all of them are basically other traffic, referral traffic, and direct traffic. You see, we go down. So as you can see, daily we have a little. This is the daily traffic. This is the weekly traffic. You see, there's a little growth, as you could see. And monthly, it's not that going up, which means based on, if I from a monthly basis, it's going down. But if I look at in on a weekly basis, it's kind of slightly, you see, it's a little bit decreasing a bit, no? But compared to daily, you might see it's going up. Yeah. So this graphic is very good. Monthly, it's not that well. Weekly, not too well. and daily kind of, you see. So it's good. So which means um I should be making progress to make sure that this curve doesn't go down, but it goes up. So I can just look at this dashboard and know exactly what I should do. And for your when your users visit your website, this is a very, very important information. For example, if I look at this, as you can see in the scale here, if it's the blue, dark blue almost, that's where you have more users. For example, the maximum would be 9 users online, you see. So if you have to do something, you would have to do it in this day here, Sunday, you see. Sunday, it's kind of you have someone at any slot of time during the day. The worst day, if I look at this, looks to be Monday. Not a good day to publish something, for example, and send people to the website or expect people to be at the website. And in terms of time, if we look at the time, a better time would be between 6 and 8 a.m. You see, between 6 and 8 a.m. you have more blues here. Well, this is a very good graphic to understand the behavior of your users. You see, then you know which day to post something on your website, then you have more people to see it, and what the time exactly. So there's a very good information for it. And this, where your users are located, is very, very important. For this website, it takes uh, it's very, very used by people in the United States and Canada, and some other places in Brazil as well. You see, we have Brazil, and we have other places as well. But it's very interesting. You could see more people come from the United States, then we have Brazil, then we have Haiti, and we have Canada. So this is a very important information to see and analyze in terms of what device they're using to browse or to visit the website. They mostly use mobile, as you can see, mobile and desktop. They don't really use, I mean, this audience doesn't use really tablet. You see, very interesting to understand that if you are preparing some kind of whatever it is, but users tablet, you won't find that much. So that's a very realistic tendency. People use this mobile device. That's what you have here. Most of the traffic is coming from mobile. So which pages they visit on this website? As you could see, this page has more traffic during this week. It doesn't mean that's the same behavior for the month. But for the week, which is 7 days, as you could see here, this is the page. If I want to see it for the month, I could just go here and click and choose the behavior during the month. So this is just to give you an introduction on how the Google Analytics can tell you at a glance how your website is doing and if the information that you provide in there makes sense to the people that are visiting your website. And you can use this information to know your marketing strategy, if it's doing well or no, and adjust accordingly. So I hope this video helps you. And then if you want to know more and go a little bit deeper into this tool, you can always contact and leave a comment, ask your questions, what can be done and what cannot be done. Because this is a very, very powerful tool. This was just a video introducing you what this tool can do, but it's not all that it does. Okay. Well, if you like this video, share it with your friends, those who have a website and would like to really have an idea of what's going on their website and what they need to do to improve it. Because especially now, everything you can do now is to make sure that your digital or marketing online is the correct one, or else you will not see success for your business. All right, so subscribe to our channel, and we recommend that you visit our website. We have other articles very interesting about technologies, and we're sure it will help you, especially if you are working on the webmaster field. It has a lot of information for you, and also you that is not in the diving deep into webmastering, but you will find other articles to help you as a user, a simple user. Okay, that's it for today, and then hope to hear from you all. Remember to subscribe to our channel so you will be notified when we post new videos, and then share with your friends. Comment, leave a comment, questions, or whatever you want to know about this tool. Okay, till next time. Bye bye.